The truth is that you may accept but not really agree with is you are way too slow. Your problem is that you're too slow. You think that you're busy, you think you don't have time, you think that you're tired, you think that you don't have energy, you think that you're afraid, you think all of those things. It's all nonsense. It's just manifestation of the real problem. The real problem is you are too slow. You're just too slow. Now, why is it a problem? Because money is a form of energy, or it can be in some way defined a form of energy. It's not 100% correct, but it's a form of energy. So let's say this is something like that, okay? You have here a box or 100 kilos sitting there, okay? This thing, as long as it's sitting here at the top, it's a potential, okay? It has a potential energy, it's called the potential. The moment that you start to drop it, what you get is released energy. So what you get is a released energy. The action of falling bring about a released energy, and when that will get to a stationary surface that it cannot move, what you will get here at the impact point is force. Okay? Now, you'll understand that when this thing has a specific mass, the moving down is constant. Okay? It's more or less constant, assuming that there's no resistance, nothing stopping it. So the only way to increase the force, and by that the power actually as well, is to increase the speed somehow. You need to give it some kind of increase of speed, and the more speed you have, the more force you generate. So when you cannot generate force, you will not release enough energy, you will not get money. You want to get money, you need to get much more energy. How you do that? By increasing speed. The only way for you to get more energy is by increasing speed. If you are tired, the only way for you to get energy is to start moving. Most people think that if they're tired, they need to rest. No, if you are tired, you need to move. If you don't have enough money, it's because you're not moving enough. If you're not successful enough, it's because you're not moving enough. You're not going, you're not showing up, you are not doing what needs to be done, you are too slow. Does it make sense to you? You want to know, you look at the person, I go into the office and I do 57,000 things by the time I open the door. Someone that works for me, by the end of the day, did not complete one item. Too slow. You get the idea? So you want to know how much money a person has? He has as much money as he can tolerate motion, as he can actually move. As fast as he is, will define how much money he has. You can be a very, very talented musician, but if you are slow, if it takes you 70 years to write one song, you will not have money. So the speed of execution, the speed, how much you move is everything. Now, when I'm talking about moving, most people think about moving as motion. Moving is not motion. Two different things. When you actually create speed, you see that the highest speed that you can create, let's say that you have a specific potential here. The highest speed that you can create is by going into a straight line. Okay? Does it make sense to you? But most people will not go straight. They will say, okay, I'm going to the internet to look for some data. But then they will see an advertising. So they will see the advertising. And on the way to seeing the advertising, they will not finish to read it. Someone will post something on Instagram, so they need to see it. And then something else happened. And then something else happened. And then something else happened. They move, but they don't generate speed. The speed, as far as moving from point A to point B, is very slow. It takes them forever to arrive. So your problem is you are too slow, not because you're not moving fast, but because you are not moving from point A to point B directly. So if you want to improve your life right now, the first thing you should do is eliminate those things, those disturbance. It's really insane that you do that, because imagine that you are here and you are on the way to save a person from drowning. Someone told you, your job is to save that person from drowning. This person is your son, and you are on the way to save him from drowning. If you will not get there in time, you will die. You have 5 minutes. And while you started to go, and all of a sudden, after 10 seconds of moving, there is a dog that's barking here. And you forget about your son and you go to handle the dog that's barking. It will be insane, no? That's what you do all day long. That's what you do all day long. There are different dogs that are barking, and you handle the dogs and you forget about your children, the drowning. So you don't bring enough money to your family, you don't bring enough money for yourself, you are not successful. Does it make sense to you? This is really important to understand. Your problem is you're too slow, and you're too slow not because you're not running fast. You're too slow because you're not running towards where you want to get. Like if you need to go from point A, this is New York, and you need to go to, I don't know, some other place in New York. If you drive from one place to another, from point A to point B, you'll be at and assuming your speed is constant, you cannot change your speed, you will get at X minutes, let's say 10 minutes. But if you'll go from here to here to here to here, you'll get after 10 years if you will get there. So you're slow. That's what happened in your life. You don't go from point A to point B. Why do you need to be fast? Speed and speed alone determine how powerful you are. You will be as powerful as you will increase the speed. You can increase your speed either by eating spinach and running faster, but there is a limit to it in the physical universe. The best way to increase your speed is to shorten the distance. The best way to increase your speed is to shorten the distance. And what do I mean to shorten the distance? To go in a straight line. If you do only that, because everyone else going in zigzag, if you do only that, you'll be the most powerful person on earth. You are as powerful as you are not distracted. I don't know if some of you flying a lot, but you can see that when you fly, usually there was no internet. Now they messed it up, but there's internet. But usually when there was no internet, you could open your laptop and work, and you could do 100 times more in a 2-hour flight than what you've done in 8 hours a day in the office, because there's no distractions. It's really fascinating. Now, to increase power, you need to increase your speed.